morning, everybody. It's Dana and Kimber. Kimber's here with me for a couple of weeks for the purpose of making some videos. And I wanted to show you what day one of training is going to look like. I need to come back and tell you about day 0. Day 1, she's 10 weeks old. She got here on Saturday afternoon, so we didn't do much then. In fact, we had a little outing. And then yesterday, we began sort of crate training and some playtime, some socialization with the other dogs. And today we're going to start a little more formal learning. But remember, she's 10 weeks old. So I don't have big expectations. She doesn't know my language yet. She doesn't know what commands are. So we're going to start the teaching process. Nope. This is filled with some treats. It has a little garlic powder on it, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And she says, that smells delicious. And it's lunchtime. So I want to show you how I start working. I'm just going to talk to you about the things that I'm doing. There's no real order of all of it. We are basically in puppy preschool, right? So we're going to go with how quickly she learns and sort of work at that pace. But I'm going to give you some talking points as we go. Anytime feet leave the ground, we're going to say off. That's very important, even when we have playtime in the living room, trying to get on the couch. Off. Good. So I'm going to see if she'll just park her little hiney. Nope. Nope. Good. I'm not even going to worry about naming things yet, right? Good. So the treat will always follow the good. Nope. Off. I generally always start on the floor. I know some of you might not be able to do that, so we might elevate the dog, but we've got to get to where we can sit with them or stand with them and not break our back and be here for a little while. So this training session is probably going to be about, I don't know, 15 to 30 minutes, maybe longer, depending on what she's capable of doing. Good. I know the foster mom that had this litter of puppies did start working on sit with them. So I think she gets it good. To get the treat, she has to put her bottom on the ground. After I get a few repetitions of her understanding, I'll name it off. Off. Good. Nope. Hairspray or something running down in my eyeballs. Patience is an important thing, y'all. They are learning not so much by us showing them things, but by them trying things. Taking an action that does get a reward or does not get a reward. And we'll talk more about rewards in a separate conversation because they are rewarded by many things that you might not realize you're actually rewarding and don't intend to reward. Look. Nope. That's it. Nope. So you hear me start to know, she's gnawing on my hand a little bit. Poppy's watching from outside. And another talking point is I do keep them in an enclosed space. So I've just put an X pin as a barrier to this open space in this front room, so she can't escape if she tried, and my other dogs can't come in. Look. You tired of sitting already? Let's do one more and then we'll change, okay? Look. Fewer words is better. Now you're hearing me say a whole lot of words, which means she's getting a whole lot of work off. But I'd rather her hear single words, so I'm gonna quit talking for a second. Nope. Look. Good. That's a very good girl. Very good. So I've brought the mat in to start getting her used to walking up on an object, place. Again, I think the Foster was doing a little bit of that. And then we'll come off the mat. Okay. Good girl. Right here. Place. Okay. Place. Good. Okay. Nope. Look, right here. Place. Okay. Place. Okay. Out here. Go get it. Look. You still missed that one. All right, we're gonna try the sit again. Go. Here you go. The pawing, the gnawing, the pushiness will not get her a reward, okay? In a few days, good girl, you found it. In a few days, we'll work on leave it and watch me and all, but the pushiness, the demand, if you will, don't let it work, even at this age. Are you distracted? Nope. Off. Off. I'm holding my hand in this specific way with the treat tucked under my thumb so that we really start to introduce the hand signal. Nope. Nope. Now, this tells me a couple of things too, right? Little Smarty Pants knows that the treats are in the cup. It smells like a little bit of garlic and a little bit of Parmesan. And she's gonna try to demand. She's gonna try to push her way into the cup. So this is a learning moment for her to figure out that that's none of her business. I mean, really there for her, but it's not there for her to demand her way into. No matter how cute you are. No matter how precious. Nope, that's not what we're working on. Over here. should have cut my TV off. If I were to move the cup, or to sort of fuss about that, I'm actually adding more energy and arousal to the demand than needs to be present. I need her to start to understand that just because food is there, she doesn't get to demand it. So I know you all think this probably doesn't look like much, but it's very much learning for her. Come on. I know, that's a good place. That's not what we're doing. Okay, so might not get to sit. That's all right. So we're going to move now to teaching touch, or working on it a little bit. Nope, leave it. So she doesn't understand my language, but I'm still going to use the words because they're so habitual to me. All right, let's back up. Touch. And all she has to do is move towards my hand, give it a little boop, boop, and I'll release those treats. Touch starts to add movement. It will help with our beginning of our recall. And touch is one of those commands that I can use to start as the first step in lots of tricks, right? Uh-oh, freebie. Touch. Good girl. Touch. Good girl. Place. Okay. Touch. Place. Okay. They're out here. Look. Hey. Touch. Good. Touch. Good. Place. Oh, you missed it. So she missed me making that toss. Look right here. Place. Good girl. Touch. Good. Touch. Good girl. Place. Touch. Touch. Good girl. Nope. There's nothing there. What, right here? Almost. Come on, you can do it. You've done it a bunch of times. Look. So now she's going to all the spots that there have previously been treats. Nope. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. So when I'm working on sit, I try to get the head up, right? And I'll try to touch the bottom to drop it to sit. I want you to never use more than 2 fingers. Never. And it's where the tail, there's 2 little divots. Thank you for showing it. Touch right in those spots. Just tiny pressure, just not a lot. Good, Sid. Yes. Good girl. Never put a palm on the spine. Never ever put your palm pressure on the spine. Freebie. Right here. Sit. Good. Good, Sid. And try not to repeat yourself. Too many people do sit, 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 and they yo-yo the food and they carry on and it's a whole bunch of drama. Don't do that. One word at a time. Place. Kimber. Touch. Good girl. Kimber. Touch. Good girl. I'm going to do a section on the name. I want the name to just be an attention getter, not an action. So we'll talk more about that separately. The name should be an alert, not an action. Touch. Okay, I'm going to get up with her so I can move a little bit. Finish off what we're doing. A lot of people, if you're not sitting on the floor, and now I know you can't see my face, but that's okay. When people try to get the dog to sit and you're standing upright, most people will come here for the treat. And what does the dog have to do? Raise up to get it, right? You need to not do that. What we want to do, touch. Good. What we want to do is ask the dog to sit. Let the hiney hit the ground. Nope. Sit. And come under. Give them that treat looking down. Good. Right, so that their feet don't leave the ground. If the feet leave the ground, we're not going to reward it. We'll talk about jumping and all that stuff later, but this is one of the first ways people teach and reward the dog to jump. We don't want to do that. Kimber. Sit. It doesn't mean spin. Good. Come under to reward that treat. Touch. there's a freebie. Touch. Good. Sit. Yes. Good. Figure out what your marker is going to be for accuracy and effort. Mine is good. Sometimes I'll throw a yes in there. They'll understand. Touch. But start your language straight away. Touch. Good. Sit. Nope. Good. Good girl. Yes. Place. Okay. Okay is free. So what did we work on today? Touch, place, sit. That's pretty much it. You've heard me use language like off and leave it just because it's habit, but I teach those later on. No problem with her hearing the language. Just doesn't mean much to her yet. Place. Good girl. You missed a few. Touch. Sit. Sit. Yeah, nope. Kimber, can you sit? Kimber, sit. Mm-mm. Almost. 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 Nope. Kimber, come. Touch. Come. As we progress, you guys will hear me tell you not to change the command. That rule does not apply in puppy preschool. Nope. Nope. Good sit. Good sit. Yes. Good girl. All right. All done. Place. Lesson 1 in the bag, in the books.